Does internet porn know you're cheating on it?
Horrible news about the Harry Potter TV series. For those unaware, prior to hiring, he hasn't read the books. What? What?
Context. HBO finally revealed the showrunners for the upcoming Harry Potter TV series. This triggered an absolute meltdown in the fandom when it was revealed that one of the main writers never read all the books. But even more alarming, earlier this year, the same writer admitted
They just keep doing that. There's something else recently, too, that was just like that in this past week. That was revealed that they knew nothing about the project, and it keeps happening over and over. It's no surprise with this that they haven't.
that the safest bet for HBO is a rigorous text-to-screen adaptation of the books. But he's against that and criticised J.K. Rowling maniacal control over the source material.
So the idea of a incredibly rigorous text-to-screen adaptation is, I think, a probably safe bet to be a success. Does that light my fire? The more, if something is trumpeting its absolute Rockridge
Like his
faithfulness,
fealty to it. Yeah, right.
I think the pleasures that can be derived from that are probably not going to be for me because I didn't read all the books. And I think maybe there's some other creative possibilities within this world, but J.K. Rowling controls all of it and is not going to let anyone else come play with her toys, and that's her right, and it's obviously very profitable for her. So that's what we get.
Greenwald is the exact kind of writer who thinks he can improve on the source material and will end up pissing everyone off with.
They all think they can improve on the source material, and it's always worse. That's why Lord of the Rings movies are still some of the best regarded today. They cut some stuff out, naturally, but they were as true to the source as you can get, and they were beloved for a reason, and they still hold up. Still one of the best movie trilogies ever made. Whether you like it or not, that's just general consensus.
With his changes, if his changes make it into the show. And if you don't believe me, listen to his podcast and believes it is the role of the showrunner to teach the audience. He 100% believes he
He
can.
literally used the word teach. If this is true, this is crazy.
And will elevate the material. And worst of all, he is a dreadful screenwriter. So this is amazing. If anyone thought there's above
Dreadful screenwriter, that sounds right. Remember when they screwed up X-Men 3? Phoenix Saga? They finally reset it with the timeline in Days of Future Past. Pretty well regarded. They reset it. Everything was good. So what did they do? I think it was Apocalypse next. It was the movie after that. They decided to do the Phoenix Saga again. They told it even worse than 3. And why did they do that? They hired the same exact guy who screwed up the X-Men universe in the first place with X-Men 3. Same exact writer. The same exact guy. To write the same exact story that he failed to do before. In any other industry, he would have been fired the first time, but I hope he never gets work again. That's kind of off track a little bit, but it ties in with just the pure nepotism and incompetence that these people have in the industry.
0% chance the Harry Potter TV show could be good. They're just bonkers. Guys, Harry Potter's over. It's done. It was a great listen. The movies were great. They were so good. It is like a massive cinematic achievement. It's done.
They weren't perfect. They were done once, well enough before. That's it. That's all we need. We're good. Doesn't need to be redone.
They made the movie. Anything that's going to come out after that, the odds are it's going to be bad. Can't J.K. Rowling pull the plug? Doesn't she own the IP? I don't think so, no. With a lot of that stuff, it's complex. Warner Brothers does? Yeah, you usually have to sell the IP if you want them to, do a lot of creative stuff with it, just so they can have, certainty that they can invest resources into it. The odds are it's going to be bad. Maybe it won't be bad, but probably it will be. Give up all hope.
I don't think anyone had hope in the first place for this. So, no surprise there. This is Asmongold Clips, by the way, if you don't know. He's obviously a huge streamer, so. For me personally, I have a very, very much love or hate with his videos. They're either very good or just very offbeat. But this was a good one. Or clip, so. Yeah, that's a good comment. Criticize J.K. Rowling's control of the source material. He is the source material, yeah. They always think they can do better than the main author. That's rarely the case. You have very odd exceptions. Usually, like book to movie, they'll do their own thing. Die Hard's one that covered a video from Space Ice earlier, and yeah, the first Die Hard, the book was not well known. It wasn't too well received. Die Hard was way better adaptation. It did its own thing, but it still, was based on it, so. Those are very rare examples. Another, I can do the series better than the original author. Flop incoming, yeah, definitely. Ooh. I was expecting this list to be way longer when I hit show more, but yeah. Ruined. I can think of 20 more. Joe flopped, proceeds to blame the fans, rinse and repeat. Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Especially once they tell you that it's not for you, and then you don't watch it, and then they're like, why didn't you show up? A Black Hermione, Black Ron. Rest in peace, another ginger. I'm going to guess they're going to replace the gingers. Gingers aren't allowed in Hollywood anymore. It's really odd. Doesn't like the source material, believes they can make it better. Why don't you just create your own IP then? Tried, no one watched it. Feels like I've seen this play before and knows how it ends. Yep, spot on.